custodians of the great club didn't live that mantra last Saturday night. It's one thing to be defensively unsound, it's another to be fundamentally uncommitted, and that is how they appeared. It was a fascinating game to watch as a neutral observer.
Would have been.
And then you've tapped into, in the tackle, the Essendon constituency, of which you feel that intensely. I was curious as to how it played out for you.
Yeah, well, I tapped into this 3 or 4 weeks ago, Jared, and it's just got worse and worse. I said 3 weeks ago that, 2.5 weeks ago, that Essendon needed an urgent review of all football operations. And Paul Brasher, the chairman, came out and said, no, that won't be happening. I can tell you right now, Jared, there is a review of every aspect of the football department going on as we speak. Now, they're not going to announce we are having a review, but Essendon is reviewing all aspects of their football department, which includes everything, and so it should. Because when we all play sport, when everyone plays all levels of sport, you require one thing from yourself, and the people watching or the people you're playing with require something from you, and that's all it is. We want effort, and we want camaraderie, we want teammanship, whatever you want to call it. We want to be together. It's what we want. Now, they're running out together, but they're not playing together. So when everyone says, what's at fault here? Oh, there's no effort. They're putting in effort, but it's broken effort. It's not... And this is why it gets put back to the coach. The coach is responsible for bringing the total effort together. OK? There's an expectancy on the player to turn up every week and bring something. But it's up to the boss to bring it all together and go out and compete together and put in line what's important. I said to you last week, we're just going to show some flair and go forward. No, show some flair and defend. Flair going forward and looking good doesn't win flags, Jared.
You said that last Monday night.
It doesn't. Show flair and defend. So actually last week they just said, everything's out, we're going to defend. That footage when 3 players were in the goal square by themselves and Carey said, you know, this is completely dysfunctional. It just says the system that Brent Rutten's got. Let's just talk X and O's. Forget the emotion for a second. The X and O's of playing the game. That's broken. What he's trying to get the players to do, it's not gelling. So either they have to change the players, dumb down the system, or change the system. When the system's like that, when 3 players in the goal square saying, let's kick a goal, bang. So the question's on everyone. But today, I put it on the coach. Ben Rutten is responsible. Now, people can make excuses. Everyone can make absolutely all the excuses you like in footy. But if you live by excuses, Jared, and start finding scapegoats, accepting responsibility yourself, what is that going to unearth? Because now they might be saying, well, the list's not tough enough. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. It's the way you bring them all together. And last week, what was the game? Saturday night. That Shield moment will go down as a pivotal moment in this sphere under Ben Rutten. Either stand for that or you don't stand for that. And I'm not into violence, Jared, but I am a little bit. OK? Luke Parker should have been hurt. He should have been hurt, and I'll compare it. And I don't know if I'll ask Dimmer this or not. When Mansell got a week for going into Ginnivan, right, I reckon deep down Richmond said, well done. Well done, young man. You fought the fight. And you know what? Sometimes, Jared, you have just got to take one from the team, and next time Parker went for the ball, you take him out. Not hit him in the head, but you take him out and say, we're not accepting that. But it didn't happen. So it's all meek. And the coach has to... Ben Rutten might be a terrific bloke, but the question right now on Ben Rutten is, can you coach? That is the question. And if Essendon aren't asking that question, the people in charge at Essendon shouldn't be there. Do you agree or not?
Yes, he is moving. So I still think he's under pressure to do the job rather than keep the job. But when Kane said you can't accumulate too many more of these, I do agree with that. So the bad ones are Geelong, Fremantle. There were parts of the Bulldogs and they had to be resolute in the back of that. They got a great quarter at the end against Hawthorn and then Sydney. You can't keep accumulating these losses. So, yes...
I'll say it again, Jude.
It will move from that
It is
pressure
moving.
to do the job.
It has to move. It has to move. Performances like that moves the radar. It really does. Everyone is hoping that Ben Rutten can make this right. Because if you're an Essendon supporter, you know, other than a period in 2012, then they were going really well, it's been a really poor 15 years.
Yep.
So everyone wants Ben Rutten to improve this football team. OK, but it's funny. It's funny with coaches. What makes a good coach and what makes a bad coach? Why does Mark Neal get sacked and who else hasn't made it off the top of my head? Bolton gets sacked, T gets sacked. They know football. They know the game. Ben Rutten knows the game, but has he got that extra element which, and I don't know what it is, but I'll put it under the umbrella of aura. The great coaches have aura, have something about them. You look at Essendon, they're a very vanilla club. And it's a very vanilla team. And I still think there's remnants hovering over that football club from the drug scandal, where Essendon for several years, let's not do anything to upset anyone. Come on, we've put the league and everyone through this really bad period. Let's get John Worsfold in, really great bloke. Let's just settle down, don't do anything. Oh, let's get Ben Rutten in, really good bloke. Dyson Heppel, really good bloke. Let's just, you know, let's be nice and smooth. Now, the time's come for that football club, Jared, to get hard and tough again. And it's got to start on themselves before it starts with the opposition. They've got to get hard and tough inside.
Yep.